Hey guys, this is Matt with the Deep and Dirty Valley crew, and we're here at SEMA 2024. We're here today just kind of going over riding tips with Bullite wheels out in their booth at the West Hall. I knew if I just went out on the road and started popping wheelies, I was probably gonna end up hurting myself. So I started out in water just to kind of get a feel for the tipping point and where the bike likes to sit. And once I got the hang of that, I started going out on the roads and trying it there and out on the trails and stuff, and I just got more and more confident with it. Stuff like when it came to water, when I first started riding, I didn't even want to play in water. I was afraid of hurting myself or messing up my bike, and I guess, I don't know, probably 6 months in, I got kind of egged in to a mud hole with a group of guys I was riding with, and from there it just kind of came alive. I started pushing the boundaries more and more and going faster and faster and kind of seeing what I can do. For me, the only time you're going to see me creeping back on the bike is when I'm trying to pull it up into a wheelie, just so I can kind of get that reverse momentum. Forward though, I tend to do that when I'm launching the bike. So if I'm jumping into a water hole or something, I'm gonna pull myself forward and kind of try and gain the center of balance on the bike while I'm in the air, so I don't crash on the landing. My waterproof gear, that I wear is through Trail. It just ensures that when I'm out playing in the water and stuff, I'm not going to get completely drenched head to toe. Helmets wise, you got a wide variety of stuff you can use. I use CKX helmets. The importance of helmets though is to make sure that they actually fit right. For me, I like to clean the side-by-side. I like to show up with the machine cleaned and looking good, although it doesn't ever last very long. First puddle, it's a mess. I pack up all my gear, I make sure everything's in the truck. I typically have my girlfriend do most of it because she's pretty coordinated that way and I'm not. But we just double check everything before we hit the road so that when we do show up to these rides, we have everything we need for the day. The only thing I live in Renfrew, but there's a neighboring town called Calabogie. They have a lot of lookouts, so it's a lot of rock climbing, but you get to these beautiful scenery areas where we'll stop for an hour, we'll have a drink or two and chat with everybody, and then we're back on the ride. But there's a few spots in Calabogie that is a must go every time we're on these rides, and it's just to kind of take in the scenery and see what it has to offer. I don't know if I have an all-time favorite ride, but I have an all-time favorite area, and it's Lingham, Ontario, and it's all skag riding. So best way I can kind of explain skag riding, it's kind of like you're riding a bull. You're on the throttle the whole time and the bike's taking you wherever it wants to take you. To me, that's a lot of fun because you don't really know what you're going to get out of it. You can end up at 12 o'clock, you can end up on your side, or you can just make everything look like it was intended, which it wasn't. So I love that kind of riding. So the Deep and Dirty Valley crew is a very family kind of oriented group of people. We have people of all ages, right down to kids. We also have women on the team. When we first started out, it was local to Renfrew, Ontario, and there was me, my dad, a friend of mine, and my cousin who started the group. And then we kind of sat down and talked as a group and thought it would be a cool idea to kind of bring on more people. So we started with just kind of tackling Ontario and kind of bringing on some more of those riders that people know in the community. And then when I kind of felt like we had our fill there, I started expanding out into other provinces and stuff. So I'm pretty sure we have members across every province except for in the northern ones in Canada. So we ended up being a group of, I think we're 62 right now. It's just a big family.
Bullite, built stronger to take your journeys further.